Hello everyone, welcome to lesson number 17. This is grade 9 mathematics. This lesson is a repeat of lesson 16 because I've received feedback that my voice is not so clear in lesson number 16. Okay, so now you want to factorize these terms, okay, or this expression. So a, b, c, d, you factor out the common factor, but for e you factorize by grouping. Okay, now if you want to master how to factorize, first you should understand how, or you should revise how to find the highest common factor. So let's say we have 8 and 12. We want to find the highest common factor of these two. So what we do, we list all the factors of 8, 1, 2, 4, and 8 itself. We also list the factors of 12, which is 1, which are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12 itself. So as you can see, the highest common factor of the two numbers is 4, because it's the highest number in the list. So we can't go for 6 because there's no 6 here. We can't go for 8 because there's no 8 here. So that's how you identify the highest common factor of any two given numbers. What about the letters? So let's say you are given a squared and a cubed. What will be the highest common factor of these two? Now a squared is the same thing as a times a, but a cubed is a times a times a. So if you look at this, a squared is this part here. So this is also a squared. So therefore, the highest common factor of these two will be a squared. Okay? Alright, so that's how you identify the highest common factor. So let us quickly do part A. We want to factorize 8x plus 4. How do we factorize that? Okay, so we have the A part, 8x plus 4. Now, you can see that this term has no x in it. Because it does not have an x, our highest common factor is not going to have an x as well. We only have a number. Alright, so the highest common factor will not have the x, only the numbers. 4 can go into 8. How many times? 2 times. Okay, so the highest common factor will be 4. Or otherwise, you can list all the factors of 8 and 4. 8, all the factors are 1, 2, 4. 8 itself, 4 is 1, 2, and 4. As you can see, 4 is the highest in the list. We can't go for 8 because there's no 8 here. Alright, so then it means we should divide each term here by our highest common factor. So we say 8x divided by 4 plus 4 divided by 4. Then you write it outside we say 4 outside the bracket. Okay, we say 8 divided by 4 is going to give us 2. But because there's an x, you bring the x down. Plus 4 divided by 4 will give us a1. And that's it. So you factorize this using the highest common factor. Okay, so if you want to see if you are right, try to remove the bracket. So you multiply this by that, will give you 8x. You multiply this by that, which will give you positive 4. So it means we are right. We have done the correct thing. Alright, let's go to part B. For part B, we have 3x minus 9xy. Okay, so the B part, we have 3x minus 9xy. We want to factorize that. So we should identify the highest common factor, which is 3. 3 goes in itself once, 3 goes in 3 times. The highest common factor is going to have x because all the terms have an x, but the highest common factor will not have a y because there's no y here. So highest common factor here is equal to 3x. There's an x, that's why the highest common factor will have an x. 3 goes in itself once, it goes there 3 times, so 3 is the highest common factor. Or otherwise, you can also list use the old trick and list all the factors of 3, which are 1 and 3, factors of 9, 1, 3, and 9 itself. So as you can see, The highest common factor is 3. So we divide each term by our highest common factor, 3x divided by 3x minus 9xy divided by 3x. Alright, so when you get to this stage, so the next line, you need to say my highest common factor, then I open up the bracket. So 3x divided by 3x will just give me 1 because they will just cancel each other. Okay, so this is like you're saying 3 divided by 3 or 4 divided by 4 will just give you 1. Now, the 3 goes in itself once, it goes here 3 times. Okay, and then the x will cancel out, you end up with the y only. So the y has nothing to cancel with, so you bring it down. So how do you know that you're right? Again, you remove the bracket. 3x times 1 will give you 3x. 3x times 3y will give you minus 9xy. So we are so right. We have done the correct thing. Okay, so my friends, I hope you're learning. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me via WhatsApp. Alright, or you can call me or drop me a text message. This is my cell phone number. Okay, so I'm going to skip part C. I want you to do this. Take a picture and share with me your answer on WhatsApp. I'll go to part D. Alright, so part D, we have 3 terms. Part D, we have 3 terms. 4pqr minus 12p plus 16pr. As you can see, all the terms can be divided by 4. 4 goes here once, 4 goes there 3 times, 4 goes there 4 times. All the terms have a p. So meaning that p will be part of the highest common factor. So let us quickly list all the factors of all the numbers. So all the factors of 4, this should be a poem now in your head. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12 itself. 16, the factors are 1, 2, 4, 8, and 16. Now, which one is the highest common factor? Is none other than 4. It's the highest common factor. So our highest common factor is going to be a 4. So we just need to figure out the letter. So the letter is P. Why P? Because every term has a P in it. Every term has a P in it. So we can't say the highest common factor is PQR because there's no Q and R here. There's no Q here. So the highest common factor must have a letter that is common to all the terms. Alright, let's start factorizing. So we divide each term by our highest common factor. 4pqr divided by 4p minus 12p divided by 4p plus 16pr divided by 4p. Okay, remember the next step. What do? You put the highest common factor outside the bracket. Then you start dividing. The 4 will cancel out, the p will cancel out, then you have qr remaining minus 4 goes into 12 3 times, so you put a 3 here, the p will cancel out. Alright, plus 4 goes into 16 4 times, so you put a 4 here, you put up a 4 here, and then the p will also cancel out, remember with an r, and that's it. So remember, if you remove the brackets, you must go back up here. Alright, so now my friends, in our next video, I am going to show you how to factorize when you are given 4 terms. We factorize this by grouping, and this is the highest level that you can factorize in grade 9. Okay, alright, so I hope this video is, the voice will be clear, will be loud and clear. So thank you for watching, and I'll be waiting for your answers for part C. Also, if you want, you can try E and share with me your answers so I can help you understand that before the lesson or before the next video. Bye bye.